two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Calais Campbell on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. But he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Off play action. Pickett.
And this is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He rifles one that's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Option play, they'll hand to Dobbins. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now it's Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. Jackson fighting his tight end Andrews for the Ravens' 1st down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
A pitch comes to Dobbins.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Another run here with Dobbins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Back to throw, Pickett. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on it, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Now Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris,
a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown.
Jackson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 12, Pickett. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
We couldn't ask for much more at this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The Ravens send their punter out now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
Olszewski now to return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 26.
Harris will start the drive out. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Six yards left on 2nd down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett.
And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Jackson looking to throw on third.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson now. Dancing to his left.
That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
On the move past the 40.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves him with just 3rd and a yard.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Pickett on 3rd and 1. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watched them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Harris running straight ahead. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll run again with Harris.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 48 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the give, this is Harris.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on third down?
Now Pickett.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back something through every play of this contest and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Boswell's kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. And now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense, just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Now Jackson. That's into the hands of Prochet.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Jackson.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 33 yards that time. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
One final shot for Pickett.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.